I don't know if you saw this one, Will. This is our old pal from Strange Parts. I think you were on that trip where we met up in China.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Scotty, yeah, we went to the bar and I think we ate some. What do we have? A cheeseburger or something? I don't even.
We did. We went to the burger joint, right?
We did, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, he was a local to Shenzhen. I don't know if he's living there anymore, but he was a local at the time, so he kind of showed us around. He took us to the market, and shout out to Scotty, his channel, Strange Parts. He's still goofing around, and I mean that in the best way. Still trying to get his hands on components and do some unusual things. And this is his latest entry into that category. Here we have him pairing a foldable display with a Raspberry Pi in order to imagine what a foldable iPhone will be like. So he was able to pick up some of these displays on, was it AliExpress? I can't remember where he ordered them from. I think that's what he said. Some sort of commerce site like that. And he actually paid quite a bit of money. I was surprised to find out he paid around $500 for each of these. It's just a component, it's just a screen. You can't do much. I mean, mostly for testing at this point. He believes the manufacturer is who's the display manufacturer out of China doing Bendable?
Was it BOM?
No, B. Oh wow, it's a total massive fail. I mean, we should lose our jobs for this. BO display manufacturer China. That's what we need to do right now. We can't fade on this. I know because Apple was actually granting some contracts to this company, and they were like a new player, and then all of a sudden their quality BOE. All of a sudden their quality improved, quality assurance, and then they were considering them for some of the iPhone displays. Of course, we hear about all kinds of other names in the display category from Samsung to LG, but these guys continue to gobble up some market share. Anyway, it appears that these components were sourced from there, and in order to get iOS onto these flexible displays, he used an AirPlay protocol to a Raspberry Pi, which he then displayed over HDMI from the Raspberry Pi to a controller into the flexible display. So hardly a working phone. And I thought, okay, this is a cool idea for a video, show what an iPhone or iOS looks like on a flexible display. But then he went further to say, no, I'm going to try to make an actual phone, a whole thing with this display. And I was like, oh God, that's quite an undertaking. Apparently he has a partner here who has some hardware hacking expertise. So we'll see how this plays out. But you can imagine trying to figure out what even is your chassis? Like, what is the body of the phone if you're hoping to show off the fact that the display is flexible? You can't just... And you have all these extra components too. Assuming he's going to use these with those boards and those adapters, how's he fit it all in? It's a huge undertaking. But apparently he's actually going to work on it and try to make it real. For now, it's a little bit of a demo on what it might be like, and it's kind of cool to see how the access to these flexible technologies has changed to the point where you can just pick up a couple of units, just an everyday person. Once upon a time, this was something they had a couple units at CES type thing.
Right.
And now anybody can pick this up and start testing with it and working with it. And so that's kind of cool.